What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 7 of my Total War Warhammer 3 and not modded Dechala the Denied One Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, we had some pretty darn fun fights. We have pushed Gelt back to the haunted forest, haunt of the former Hellman and Gorst. We have defeated Kugath and then immediately pieced out with him for a big chunk of change. And then, speaking of big, we had the ogres attack us. Or, well, actually, we attacked them. But anyway, lots and lots of ogres were fought, multiple of their armies destroyed. And while we were damaged, not so damaged, that we're concerned about it. And in fact, some of this would have been from the auto-resolve anyway. Anyway, we still have Goldtooth to go after. I don't think we'll be making him one of our vassals, as, I don't know, I'm not super interested in any of the ogre units in our armies at the current time, and there's always other ogres that don't hate us, like, to an insane degree, and that we could potentially get with the program. Like, for example, these guys, the Disciples of the Maw. Their version is not great, but I'm pretty sure we can counteract that with Slaaneshi technology. Anyway, in terms of what we got to do this turn, I don't think that there is anything. Unless I'm mistaken, I think we did everything. So why didn't I end the turn? Oh, I didn't end the turn because I wanted to get a lord recruiting some stuff for various armies, which I did between the episodes, and now we can end the turn. End it. Alright, let's see if Goldtooth dares to attack us. He does not dare. And I'm not surprised at it. But it does mean that we should be fighting him with, what, 2.5 stacks maybe? Wherein he will attempt to defend his home. We'll see about that. Peace treaty with Gelt, who offers us basically nothing. And the fact that he's building a gigantic pile of knights is kind of interesting. We still have to get his defeat rate on Alex, too. Actually, speaking of Alex, what is this? We do not yet have 1,000, so we're not using that. We are, however, having Alex move on in and bring down this camp. Likes, okay, you can reinforce. We do need everybody here to leech XP. Vashnar, you're one of the ones that's supposed to evolve, right? Yeah, character experience gain. You're gonna become a demon prince. And we'll have you lead some army. Auto-resolve? Yeah, this looks auto-resolve-y. A little bit of money, not nearly enough thralls for our trouble. Yeah, alright, just take the money, I guess. Ally mission successful, another Slaaneshi mutant, which... Okay, who doesn't have a Slaaneshi mutant? Do you have one? You do not. Perfect. That worked out. More relationship with Slaanesh, especially considering we have found the mask, and now Xarian is moving both to find the cult of Slaanesh, who I assume we have just found. Do we want to land here? Yeah, okay, it's probably better to land here. Oh, should have just landed now. Oh well. Faction discovered, the Cult of Slaanesh. How do you feel about that? Or Cult of Pleasure, rather. How do you feel about us, Marthy? Minus 25. Interesting that the Slaaneshi mutants only work against, like, actual Slaaneshi factions, but not the Cult of Pleasure. I feel like we should get at least some non-aversion, you know? I know that they're dark elves, but anyway. In theory, we could do this, and I'm willing to bet... actually, I'd be incorrect to take that bet because they wouldn't become our vassal. We'll see. They are allied with the Seducers of Slaanesh, though. I wonder how they'll feel if we end up confederating Nakari. The Accursed Troop is still not ready to confed, but, you know, it's not looking so bad either. And I don't care about any of this. I suppose we could align with the Accursed Troop in terms of a defensive alliance, just to have vision of what's happening, but that might strengthen them and make them less inclined to confederate, and I feel like we thusly don't want that. Anyway, Alex, you need to get to Gelt, so go down here. Vashnar, you are following to leech XP or to deliver troops as needed. You have now built a couple of Exalted Demonettes, and we need 3 more Champions of Slaanesh for Dechala to join her Nest of Vipers and Storm of Blades there. She needs 2 of the Devotees of Slaanesh. And we'll want a couple of Boob Snakes, but it's... I mean, we won't have access to the Boob Snakes for a bit. Tempted to build a couple of regular Heartseekers because we don't have access to the other type yet. Let me just see here. Yeah, so our Seekers of Slaanesh, we won't have access to Heart Seekers until we build the advanced building, which is a bit of a shame, but what can you do? I still don't know how many Thralls we need, so we'll be careful about using those for now. Akarak, just sit there until you're ready to go for Gelt. Hopefully Kugat doesn't revive and attempt to kill him right now. Ekugax, you're the new sorcerer with scaled skin, and you will certainly come in handy, so get on going. And then Divine Bringer of Pleasure, you're on the way as well. Oh, can we build Larissa's out of this territory? No, we can build Anointed. Yes, Familiar. Well, that's not bad. Cooldown reduction to all spells, although I would prefer that, if possible, on the Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh rather than on Shadow. Scaled Skin on one of the Exalted Heroes, eh? That might be worthy of our attention. And just out of curiosity, if I take a look at you, Exalted Hero, you have the Scaled Skin as well. Yeah, I mean... Now, the Chaos Chariot potentially is a big target, the Demonic Steed is potentially a big target, but not so big that it really necessitates the Scaled Skin, so, it's got potential, but, you know. Let's see what we got in terms of building. So, the Exodus, obviously, the Cathan Hinterlands, okay, yeah, we keep upgrading the outpost here, like so. And let's see, we have 1, 2, and which of these buildings are we missing? We're building this one, we have this one, therefore we need this one, the Temple of Decadence. Alright, and now Cathan Hinterlands will be able to build nearly anything. It won't have all the advanced military structures, but that's alright. We're not investing in the Celestial Riverlands because they're too expensive. Public Order is, there's no way to buff the Public Order, is there? I mean, if we use Indulgent Torment, then we could use Pleasure Hunt to counteract it. It might still be worth it, but it isn't right now. Anyway, Li Zhu, you're converted now to the Ritual Arena, and I note that converting takes down the wine despite the fact that you're a tier 3, meaning it's kind of pointless to upgrade it. But unfortunate that I feel like that shouldn't work that way. A shame to lose the building, but all good. We'll just build it right back. And then Dai Cheng. In theory, we will want to transfer you, but for now, we'll just build you up and then we'll see later. I just want to take a quick look at the Norskins. Hey, you built the... Oh, right, you already had the Marauder Champion building because we already built some Marauder Champions. Alright, looks like it's Dechala time. You are going to move on in and hunt down Greasy. It looks like we got some solid defenders. This does not have a walled territory, meaning we're free to just move on in. These guys are probably going to run, but it is what it is. I'd rather attack the main stack, and yes, close victory and casualties medium. I'd say that Goldtooth is a pretty strong fighter, so we should maybe be wary of him, but at the same time, Giants. At the same time, we've seen Dechala take down Kugath, so I'm not so sure about that. Let's go.
Is it not? For them the torments, the enticements, and the broken promises, and love and life denied. We enjoy surprises.
Alrighty, here we go, Grease's Goldtooth. Let's see what you got. I don't know whether you have any kind of chance against Dechala, considering she took on Kugath, but you do have enough mass to bowl her over for a second, though just a second, as she's gonna pick right back up and drop you by about 20% of your HP. Otherwise, we're getting ready to engage with his army, though there are other armies to... Oh wow, he's down to 30% of his HP now. Yeah, Decala's gonna tear him to shreds. And she herself is... Well, looks like he managed to get one hit in. Well, anyway, the AI doesn't play Greasus in the manner that it should be, in the fun manner, which is to make him into a chariot. So no chariot, no life here, you die. Anyway, the boob snakes, together with the Slaaneshi champions here, are tearing through those ogre bulls, holding a hill as the enemy attempts to surround them, only to get cut down and depart. That's a nice little shot of these guys, and I'm sure the rest of the army is doing stuff as well. The Marauders have sort of lined up between a couple of impassable terrain bits and are holding back the tide, while the Marauder horses run the enemy down and add their support. Looks like rather than face off against the champions of Slaanesh, the Iron Guts have moved to attack the Marauders, which makes sense, something they at least have a chance against. But we should be able to hold them back just fine, and let's see, damage-wise, they are... well, actually, they're pretty okay, but the leadership debuffs are really starting to tell. Look at that. They've not lost any units. They have lost only about 15 to 20% of their HP, but they're still routing. And though I do imagine seeing Greases fall like basically nothing is probably pretty demoralizing. Anyway, ooh, did they just manage to kill off? Nope, just knocked down again. Alright. I was wondering if one of the champions of Slaanesh had gotten torn apart, but nope, looks like we're okay. And there we go, and the reinforcements are now here on the map, coming in from both sides, though those armies are relatively minimal by comparison to Goldtooth's. And we still have to destroy all of them, and though we are Slaaneshi and rather quick, we are still not going to be able to chase most of this army down. Of course, the problem with that is a lot of the routing ogres will rally, and thus will return together with the other armies. Minus those being chased down by the Marauder horses, of course, who are still doing a good job. Speaking of doing a good job, we haven't seen much of the Slangors in this particular battle for a good reason. They're here, they're obliterating enemy Noblar piles, getting massive amounts of kills, 270 and 175 so far. There were, I believe, 4 units of Noblars here, and the Gores, obviously, were hidden in the trees. The Beastmen came out of those trees and tore them to shreds. Anyway, Ogre Bulls coming back, reinforcements still on the way, but looks like they're going to take a little bit to get here. And there are some giants over there that I'm sure Dechala will have some fun cutting down to size. Tactically, not much to say now, just picking up those routing units once again. I'm doing so pretty effectively by the looks of it. We've taken some damage, admittedly, on the Marauders. Here, the Pillarmen are down to 50% of their HP, and let's see, anybody else is severely damaged? Okay, these guys are mostly kind of blobbed up. John Waters Fan Club down by about 35% of their HP. One of the devoted Marauders here is down to maybe 45. So yeah, they've taken a fair few hits. Fortunately, with that, Greases' army is destroyed, and Dechala is already heading for some new stuff. New sensations under her blades as she cuts down different foes. And the first target will be the enemy. She is quick. First target will be the enemy Lead Belchers, one of whom gets stabbed in the back by 4 swords at once. The next 1 or 2 get torn to shreds. There we go. The gun's pretty entertaining to watch kill off individual monstrous infantry units. I like that. Alright, and it looks like some Noblar Pigback Riders, the Piggyback Riders, have joined the fray as well. I don't know what they can possibly think to add to this, because I sincerely doubt that they're of any kind of threat. It does look like the the Slaughter Master has joined in, deciding to try to save that unit of Lead Belchers, who I believe is routing. And the Pigback Riders are going to step into that. I keep wanting to call Decala's Vortex Whirl of Weeping Blades because of snitches, but I don't remember what her vortex is actually called. Where is it here? Whirlwind of Pleasure. Alright, I will try to remember that. Anyway, it looks like just as the giants move in onto the battlefield with the rest of the army, they decide that the losses have been too heavy and will actually rout before. I guess these are ogre giants, and let's see. Oh, I can't see what their base leadership is. Actually, 39 base value is pretty low, so it does make sense. Between army losses and unit losses, they're always going to leave pretty quickly. Anyway, nice fight. Goldtooth is brought down, and we're probably good to clear the Mountains of Morn. Alright, very nice. Gotta love the amount of post-battle loot that we get for fighting. Poor Greasy only did 429 damage as Dechala tore through him. That shield of blubber, not helpful against the 4 swords that Dechala laid into him with. The 2 Gore units, the Gorgeous Gores and the Kink Gores, did quite well here. They were kind of relegated to fighting nobblers because we hid them in the trees and then rushed out and killing the nobblers, but they certainly racked up the kills there. 388 on that one, vastly outdamaging the kills. Granted, the damage Delta's gold value is low because they're only nobblers, but it's still impressive, and at least the beastmen are happy. The 3 units of Marauder horses did quite well, 18, 21, and 16k damage for them, and the Nest of Vipers and the Storm of Blades went in with Dechala and obviously got plenty of kills and plenty of damage as well. Beautiful work from all of them. We will... Oh, right. I guess we want to occupy the place as a pleasure palace, but we'll sack it for now for the money, and then we'll get it back as a pleasure palace later at a high level. We don't want to capture it because we won't be able to capture it at a higher level later. So we'll sack it, and then we'll move to the Maw Gate instead. We can... And I guess in camp, heal here, and we can take the Maw Gate as a thrall camp, and just to double check, okay, there's that Greasus defeat trait, and just to double check, Gift of Slaanesh given, just to double check, 4 turns, okay, so we'll have to get around this place for 4 turns until we can capture it, so grab Maw Gate, go down like this, and then by the time we get back around, we'll be able to capture it, or even have one of these guys capture it, doesn't really matter. Alrighty, Akarak, you're fine where you are. I believe we did the building, although battle takes all the thoughts out of my head there, so now we're looking good. Skip. Alright, and we just need one frickin' turn where we can, or one time. Oh, where are you going? Please don't go after Gelty. I should maybe set Akarak up in encampment so that he gets bonus. Okay, bonus traits. I was wondering whether he was going to get attacked by Gelt there, but not. At least not yet. Pirates of Sartosa destroyed, not our problem. Fecundites destroyed. Sylvania destroyed. Oh my. Wasn't that lovely? For the Empire, but weird. Creator, too much information. Seduce units budget plus 10. Your perfumiers have designed a new scent to confound the senses, one which causes all those who inhale it to helplessly bellow their deepest desires aloud. By dousing themselves in this delicious fragrance, your demonettes are granted all the insight they need. Would you say Ruinous insight they need to bewitch their weak-minded foes? Alrighty. Encamp gives us plus 5 melee defense, so yeah, we'll encamp because we're at full mana anyway. I don't think Kugeth will attack this while Gelt is here with 8 billion knights, and Alex is very much on the way, and Gelt I don't think can reach her. So, Alex, go this way. Do you want to deliver some of these troops over there? I was gonna put the war drums in this army, but they're actually gonna be too slow, and... Wait, no, I wasn't gonna put them in that army. I was gonna put it with Sterkar's army? These guys have 56 move speed. What do we have the speed? 30. You know what? Maybe we have to save those for a Chaos Warrior army. What's their speed like, just out of curiosity? I don't want to slow down the rest of the army just to keep pace with the drums, you know? Though they are really good. We got 33 speed on the Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh. Yeah, okay, so that is at pace with the drums, so that is where we want to be. Alright. Well, that's fine.
Sorcerer Lord of Slaanesh.
The Herald of Slaanesh.
Yeah, just checking who has what units. Yeah, again. Everybody has to deliver units to everybody. It's getting slightly confusing. Anyway, well, the deliveries still have to be made in a little bit, but I guess you could stay here and then deliver the devotees and the champions to Dechala for now, especially since it's going to be a bit until she gets boob snakes. And I guess you could build a couple more exalted demonettes, at least for now. Again, if we confederate to the... Oh. Minus 0.5. We can't pay you for this, can we? Damn it. Okay, if we could just get you to join a war against Goldtooth, 40. Darn. And yes, I'm aware that we could threaten her into it, but... Oh, we could risk it. Did she lose a territory? Yeah, to Heshwatla. You know what, let's give it a turn. Maybe it'll still work next turn. Our relationship should still be rising. It's not the only thing. Anyway, Exarian, move up here and then go out there, and then you're going to Ulthuan. I'm just going to hope that they will be willing to confederate next turn, rather than, you know, being less likely to confederate. Anyway, you, Dechala, are going to go grab the Maw Gate real quick. These guys have taken a surprisingly nice amount of territory. Props to them. What is that? Oh, okay, it's just an ogre. I thought it was Tamarkan for a second. Though I would like that matchup as well. You are gonna grab that Thrall camp? Ooh. We lose 1,000 Thrall for 9,000 gold. I don't know. Wait, if you occupy it as Thrall camp, it does start at tier 2 though, so that's actually fine. We get some of that money back. Alright, Carver's cages for now. And I guess we'll upgrade it, why not? I'm a little bit worried about them potentially having, you know, a million other armies around, but we'll see. Anyway, you guys go here. Alex, you're nearly there. You can continue recruiting, and who else still needs to move? We moved Xarian because I haven't forgotten the mage for a while. Or you know what, let's get another super cultist going. Why not? Acolyte Trials. You're fine. Vashnar is gonna wait, but you know what? If you're gonna wait, you may as well channel. Channel right here, in fact. Akarak is waiting, and let's do building, then let's end the turn and see about getting that Gelt defeat trait. We gotta wait until the Pleasure Palace anyway, so... A bit unfortunate though it may be, it's just better to do it this way and know what amount of thralls we will need to permanently keep in the future so we don't have to wait again. Knobbly Gorge, are you likely to get attacked? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Now let's keep upgrading you. Alright, Mount Lee, let's go for the Cultist Outpost with Wine. Any place need to be converted as yet? Doesn't look like it. Daicheng, we do want to upgrade you though. I guess we're good as, you know, continuing to assume that we won't upgrade the Celestial Riverlands right now because I feel still that it's not worth it, even if we do have plenty of cash. Well, let's double check our Diplo. Kinda shouldn't really want to trade. They are gonna die though. Unless the, you know, I mean, the AI can be programmed not to kill them. How much money would they give us to trade with us? 3,000 gold. That's basically all their money. It'll probably weaken them. I mean, we could trade with them until we are ready to kill them. We could even vassalize them if we really wanted to. I just have no real interest in their units, which is why I'm not bothering. Honestly, we don't really need the money. I'm not gonna bother, because, you know, what if we go over there and we intend on killing them, or maybe getting Snitch's defeat trade on somebody else, right? Alright, so let's end the turn. Alex is nearly there, ready for some troop swappage. And I don't like how the Nurglites are moving there. Okay, Gelt, please don't take this opportunity to attack Akarak just as Alex moves in. I'm going to be annoyed if you do. Nope, but these guys are moving in. Alright, you better not get in the way. Alrighty, moment of truth, or should I say moment of troop, because I want to see if these guys are willing to confederate now. Yes, indeed they are. After losing yet another settlement, and ooh, wait, that wasn't their capital that fell, was it? Isle of the Crimson Skull, was it? Game, please. Alex, no, you know what, you're continuing as a herald permanently. We'll have another one as a non-herald, herald permanently. Alright, Mask of Slaanesh. This time.
A pawn you are, but a we ever.
Alrighty, Mazdamundi is right there. I take it the mask is wounded, and... So do you start at the Blood Hall? Oh, we'd have to convert this to a Pleasure... Wait, we can't even convert it as a Pleasure Palace. It has to be a Tormentor's Hold? Well, that's not great. We have nothing that we can build here. We have Grog here with one unit of Chosen and a bunch of Hellstriders, just kind of garbage. We have a Disciplined Delurus, which isn't bad. Minus the Locus of Beguilement, because the Locus of Grace is vastly superior. We don't generally need to reduce enemy melee defense, because we have super high melee attack, generally speaking, as Slaanesh, so I think we're going to reset you. You can also lose the item. Reset all skill points, please. You'll be back. And then what are you? We have a Unearthly Reflexes, which is nice, Exalted Hero, but he's only level 1, and we can get them recruited at rank 11, I believe, so why bother? Alright, Pillars of the Unseen Constellations, you're probably going to get attacked next. Gonna start maybe building some defenses here. And... Huh? Oh, it's a Thrall compound. We could try to convert it immediately into a Tormentor's Hold so we have access to some military structures. Alright, give it a try. Don't bother building this. Does it take one turn to do it? I don't know. Convert to a Tormentor's Hold. If, well, if Mazdamundi attacks us next turn, he will probably wipe this place out and we'll have to get the mask up and running elsewhere. There's a very strong likelihood that we have to reset her. Anyway, this changes things for Alex because she needs to then do something a little bit different with her points, eh? Alright, well, either way, Alex, are you able to attack? Yes? Yes, you are. Alright, perfection. We're going to have you attack and draw everybody out, and then you, of course, Mr. Spawn Seeker, are going to move on in and help out. I'm going to assume that we can then take... Okay, wait, let's level up the skill points. And we'll be swapping some units around afterwards as well. So you have Acolytes of Hedonism, though, again, now that's a little bit changed, hasn't it? Because we have the Mask, who is the Demonette Lord. I was originally going to have Alex as the Demonette Lord, but we can maybe make her a fast-moving Cavalry and Chariot Lord instead. Lots of Heart Seekers, Pleasure Seekers, and then various kinds of chariots as well. Maybe even some Flyers, just because they can keep pace and act as anti-large for us. I think I kind of like that. Alright, that means we'll grab Connoisseurs of Delight, and I notice that, well, no... Maybe not Knight. I don't know. I'll think about it. What do we have here? Well, we would need Killer's Kiss, and we may need this if we want to get Brayton. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to reset you later, but anyway. We'll see. What about your Cultist? 3 points. Let's go for Hard to Hit, into Deadly Blade, into Slippery. That's easy enough, and let's mosey on in. Go.
I bring you Auric death.
There's a lot of Knights. Are you serious? You're really going to run? That's annoying. And the reason that that's annoying is because you can attack. You can also besiege, but then Gelt would probably attack you. We would probably... well, you know what? Maybe that's fine. Even if Gelt does attack you, as long as we don't kill everybody in the garrison, as long as Gelt escapes, we wouldn't capture the territory anyway, so we can still defeat him next turn. Yeah, fine. And there's no guarantee that he even attack us. And we would attack him next turn, so you besiege. Silly though that is. And you are going to give the Praeton over to Akorak, I guess. Because it was always going to be earmarked for Akorak. Anything else? You can take the Heralds of Excess back, though. Sybil and Slaughtercade isn't going into either of these armies. The Marauder Champions are going into... we're going to be with Sturkar. Alright, I believe that's good. You, Dechala, go kill Mr. Marrow Muncher Zoc, and then loop back around to Great Hall of Greasy. How far up do we go here? Do we ignore Veil of Titans? I think we ignore Veil of Titans because it's in a different territory. So yeah, kill Marrow Muncher Zoc. Though moving this way will put you further away from our, you know, reinforcements, but all good. Alrighty, and then grab the Thralls. It's not much, but... I mean, it's not enough, so grab the money. Whatever. Shut up. Anyway, Dechala, sit there, heal up to full, grab the next place. Free Cult Treasurer, free Card Shark can come from post-battle loot. Do you have one? You do not have one. Lose the Garbage Standard of Garbage Discipline. And grab the Card Shark.
An implement for torture.
Then, I would like you, Vashnar, to march stance your way to Dechala and make her some deliveries. Specifically, you guys. Like so. Alright, that will allow us to take out the... Basically, we need to remove all of this. 2 of them are going to be replaced with boob snakes, but we can probably forego having a necessarily full army at a time, or for a while. We also want an exalted hero in Decala's army, just to make use of the fact that she generates an insane amount of XP. What do we have in terms of exalted heroes? Unearthly Reflexes. I think, considering all things considered, rather, that's probably the better pick than Scaled Skin, although they're both solid. Alright, you're going to go here. You could grab another one with Scaled Skin for Sturkar as well. I think Sturkar will want a couple of these exalted heroes to help him out. There we go. Alright, and then we'll deal with their mounts later. Oh, we're negative money now. Can we build heroes here for the mask? Nope, not at all. Ugh. It would be really annoying to lose all of our presence here, though. What if we can vassalize these guys? Minus 60, eh? They seem to be friendly with the Cornates, which doesn't work super well for us, but all good. Alrighty, well. Exarian, almost forgot you this time. Go out to sea, please, and go find us a nice Nakari. Divine Bringer of Desire, you are supposed to go into Alex's army, and Ekugax are still moving up here. Alright, army is getting made. And then we do building, we end the turn, and then either we fight or we wait and then until the turn is fully ended, and then we still fight. Looks fine. You need upgrades, though. Do we want to defenses here? In Lee Temple, I mean... It's not quite on the border of these guys. Again, it's inevitable that these guys declare war on us. Do we get any benefits out of any of these? Not really. In the Tormentors hold, I mean. Recruit for rank for all units. Income from thrall camps plus 15% for local province. I mean, we could do that in other provinces, but not in this one. It doesn't really help. What does this do? Slaanesh corruption in adjacent provinces, getting armies visible. I don't dislike it, but it's not really helpful. I feel like we just need to upgrade something so that we... You know what? I guess we could start Slaaneshifying the Blessed Dread territory, maybe. It's just a huge expense. You know what? Build the battle halls instead. I don't think we're going to be recruiting anything here. Well, then again, we have a pleasure palace here. Damn it. Alright, fine. Out of these, the most useful, I think, is probably the Chaos Warriors quarters. Alright, anyway. Never looking at you again. I Cultist Outpost into Ritual Arena, into both the Warhost supplies and then the other thing. How's that public order looking? The Confederation debuff is gonna hurt for a while. But it looks like we're relatively okay. Still not upgrading this until we know what our thrall needs are. Grimtop will upgrade you, though, and then we'll do another upgrade there. We will ignore you because I'm 99% sure that the pillars will get taken over by Mazdamundi next turn. Then, the most money-making territories, including Hanyu Port, which, your recruitment thing ran out, eh? If we choose to continue recruiting, and there's a distinct likelihood that we will, we'll want to pop that off. We can, however, get this thing here. Research from all buildings, Pleasure Arena. That's probably why we're making less money now, because these things ran out, and then we do the Pleasure Arena here as well. There we go. 500 gold extra per turn. That's not too bad. For 100 thralls. And this one, it is our most money-making territory. We might actually make more money out of the bonus income. It's another 600 than we would from saving for recruitment. Maybe. But maybe not. But whatever. It's too late now, because I've done it. Skip, and end the turn. Alright, Balthazar Gelt, let's see if you attack Mr. Akarak Kugath. You're going to attempt to declare war on us. You are not. You want a non-aggression pact. Your plagues are too annoying, however. I don't want to be dealing with them the entire game, so we're gonna have somebody wipe you out. Decala's already defeated you, and like Slaanesh itself, the Slaaneshi do grow bored of the same foes, so I imagine she's going to go elsewhere. Knights of Kaldor destroyed. Who did this? I think those elves were marked for us. I don't like that. Alrighty, wanton destruction, more upkeep reduction, lovely. And I guess we're going all the way through Passionate Surrender. Casualties captured should increase our thralls, and then obviously the chance of stealing magic item is, you know, just nice. You. Break the siege. Alex, it's your siege. Like so. And we are, of course, moving you in to reinforce. Then, do we want to increase your XP for one fight? How many more turns until we can redeclare war on Kugath, out of curiosity? 5 turns. Okay, so a while. Enough of a while that we probably shouldn't waste the thralls on this. And again, it's only 125. Yeah, just do it. Alright, it's not enough to be concerned with. Are you able to reach either army? Maybe you can reach this guy and then be transferred next turn. Let's find out. I think you're just slightly out of range. Maybe if we just move like this. I just want to make sure that you get to Leech XP. Yes, beautiful. And then we'll transfer you. You can also grab Lash of Slaanesh into Blissful Rapture, and then obviously Locus of Grace, because that's the one we always do, and then the Slaanesh Feeder's Soul Feeder. Looks good to me. Alright. Okay, I was going to move Dechala, but let's actually fight. Alright, we got lots and lots of knights. We're not going to bother corrupting them, and we should be fine. We can even use the Nurglights to help if we should so desire. Go.
Ready yourselves for the coming massacre! Relish the depravity of slaughter!
I always relish the depravity of slaughter. Here we go. The enemy army is, well, fairly numerous, especially those knights that Balthazar Gelt decided to build, having only the knight recruitment building available to him for a time. Now, in theory, the tactically sound move would be to wait for our second army, the bigger army, with all of those Forsaken and Chaos Spawn to arrive on field and, you know, rely on them. But I am an impatient fellow, and I just decided to send everybody in, and just Alex's army alone anyway. And if the others arrive to help out, that's just great, and if they don't, well, that's also great. Here we go. Gelt is going to start off by dropping Gehenna's Golden Globe, Gehenna's Ball of Murder. I don't remember the name of the Cataclysm spell. I'm pretty sure it's Gehenna's Golden something. And, well, unfortunately, it's easy to dodge when you're playing Slaanesh because every single one of your units is very quick. Well, especially while we're not relying on Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh. Anyway, Gelt will, of course, hit us back with a Searing Doom, and I believe has dropped a Gehenna's Golden Hound somewhere. But all good. Love to see the Chaos Warriors. Marauder Champions in our Slaaneshi colors as well. They fit right in with our army. And will look nice with the other Marauders under Sturkar when his army splits off to do his own thing. The Mirror Guard are also here, which are going to be in another different army. And yeah, Alex has been carrying around all of the Regiments of Renown and stuff for lots and lots of different forces. And it looks like we are well and fully engaged. The balance of power shifts rapidly and massively in our favor because our reinforcements have arrived on field, though they're going to take a long time to get here. We still have plenty of time to cut those enemy infantry down and knights down alike. The Sibilant Slaughtercade and the, I want to say, Seekers of Excess? Heralds of Excess have moved on in. Nice to see some Seeker Chariots, although obviously I prefer the Hellflayers, but, well, we'll get some. Maybe this will be the theme of Alex's army. Still kind of toying around with ideas, but anyway, the Heralds of Excess are just moving unimpeded here. Unfortunately, Gelt has foolishly engaged other units with most of his knights. Some of them are going to attempt to move back, but severely damaged, and there's just not enough of them to stop the chariots. And it's funny because the knights would be the perfect counter to Slaaneshi chariots, and, well, the AI decided to waste them all trying to run down our other units. Granted, they were able to damage the Demonettes and the Marauders of various kinds, but not so badly damaged that we're concerned. Praeton comes in, and this is, I believe, the Scourge of Arden. Does the Scourge of Arden look any different from a regular Praeton? Is there any difference in it? I gotta compare once we, you know, have the others in here. Alright, moving in. This thing is anti-large, so in theory it should be going after rather large. And man, it moves quick through all those infantry. Nice. I'd really like some Beastmen allies as well, if we could possibly get some Beastmen units in this army. I think I would really enjoy that. So that we can have a very Beastman-centric army with the, you know, Slangors and Praeton, but also actual, you know, heavier units. If at all possible. Anyway, Gates of Slaanesh are opening from our cultists. We've already summoned the Greater Exalted, or not Greater Exalted, but Exalted and Greater Demon, Keeper of Secrets. Not Exalted, just Greater Demon. Keeper of Secrets upon the enemy in the hopes of helping out with the knights, but it's not needed because just as the second army arrives and the Nurglights move in to help, the enemy army is destroyed. Gelt once again books it on out of there on his Pegasus while the rest of his army is torn apart. And yeah, Kugat's here to help, or well, Kugat's little minions are here to help. Should we kill him? Should we kill him and destroy and take all his stuff, or should we just leave him there? The plagues are annoying, but they're not as bad as the Skaven plagues. As soon as he starts helping out, I'm like, maybe we should let him live. But again, do we want to put his units with our units? I don't know about that. Anyway. Alright, there we go. Alex got the defeat trait of Balthazar Gelt, though surprisingly little money and thralls for this, but oh well, not a big deal. As usual, I was too impatient to really wait for the help of our second army, or the third and fourth armies with Nurgle, and Alex basically defeated Gelt on her own. The Heralds of Exodus did quite well, considering they and the Slaughtercade both got stuck, and yeah, 20k damage and 15k damage, actually out-damaging the Eternal Entourage, though not out-damage dealing as gold value, because these guys were fighting knights, where these guys were fighting various types of infantry. Great job to Alex as well with 17k. Alright, subjugate Balthazar Gelt. I think he hates us too much to bother with this. I wonder... you know what? I'm gonna say we'll sack the Haunted Forest. It is a yellow territory. Yeah, do we want to build a pleasure palace where there's a plus 30% construction cost, which I'm pretty sure applies to thralls? I don't think so. We'll occupy this thrall camp then. I was gonna say maybe we occupy it or sack it and then occupy it as a pleasure palace once Kugeth takes it and then retake it from him, but it's not worth it. So yeah, just occupy it as a thrall camp then.
It will not last for long.
Goodbye to the Golden Order. Much as it's nice to farm their defeat trait, it's just not likely that he would survive with Kugeth constantly attacking him anyway. Announce supremacy or growth? Well, I'm probably not going to upgrade the place any further, so I'm going to say announce supremacy. We'll obviously build the cultist camp and the money thing. Alrighty, and how many turns left until we can capture our next pleasure palace? 1. Alright, beautiful. In fact, Dechala, you could take Campbell Peak, or you could just grab Hall of Greasus next turn. In fact, maybe that's the better way to do it. I assume you'll be able to reach it. At least I hope you will. We gotta have Vashnar deliver your stuff anyway, so... Alrighty, and I did build you an Exalted Hero, did I not? The one with Unearthly Reflexes, so we'll send you there. Kinda makes sense as well. Unearthly Reflexes, got a little bit of snake in you. Anyway, the the Scaled Skin one is, I guess, going to go with Sturkar. What are you again? You're an Exalted... Wait, no, not you. Vashnar, you are going to become a Demon Prince. Who's going to command the army with Sturkar? So I guess for that, we'll need a Chaos Lord that doesn't become a Demon Prince, right? You're staying as a mortal Sorcerer Lord. We need a mortal regular Lord, which is not you because you're racking up the XP, so we'll need one with a decent trait, a decent Chaos Lord with a decent trait, and Unearthly Reflexes works nicely for this. I wish it wasn't a level 1. I'm actually kind of surprised that we only generate these guys at level 1 here. Huh. Wait, here we can get them at level 11. Okay, I guess we just have to recruit them in pleasure palaces. Alright. Baronair. You're going to be the new lord, and you are going to command the units together with Sturkar. Unflinching soldier. Oh, or are you? You have the chosen... You don't buff marauders. You will only buff knights and warriors. Well, I was going to build some of those anyway. I'm going to recruit some chosen and stuff using soul criers. Alright, maybe we could get started on that then. I don't want to go too heavy on the chosen either. What kind of warriors of Slaanesh do we have available to us? Where are we here? Not the champions, where are the warriors? Oh right, they're in this little garbage little tree. Alright, Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh with Hell Scourge and Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh Sword and Board. Basically the same kind of thing as the chosen. Do you buff champions by any chance? You do not. I feel like those are still soldiery, but, you know. Then who best to command an army under Sturkar? These guys have Vile Enchanter, which is completely wasted in that particular case, and doesn't have any kind of generic trait. Maybe the Demon Prince would thus be a good commander of you, but I assume the Demon Prince will buff demons. Huh. I guess we'll see as soon as we evolve you, which should be pretty soon. You're leeching a lot of XP. In fact, you can follow Dechala around for a little bit to continue leeching same set XP. So go here.
Tyranny and torment.
make your delivery, like so. And Dechala, you need to lose 5 troops. We'll keep, I guess, Sirkar with you for now, but you can lose all of this, leaving you with 2, which is the 2 boob snakes that'll be in here. You know what? Since we can't use boob snakes yet, let's get a couple of seekers for her for now. Can we build a boob snake building here? Oh, no, well, we can if we delete this, right? Oh, wait, actually we can't, because the boob snake building, we have to build this, the demonic lure, for additional Allurus capacity. And it would be nice to have the Praeton as well. I guess we could build the boob snake building in the next place. You know what? What about you? Do you... No, you don't have room for boob snake building because... Wait, what are you building, incidentally? You're building these 2. Yeah. And that makes sense. Maybe we just forgo the boob snake building in that place then. Yeah, alright, fine. And give her the demonic rapture. You will follow along. You will need to make delivery, and I guess you can... Okay, let's recruit some chosen. Let's go 3... Alright, let's go 2 and 2 for now. And then we'll see... Oh, wow, they are expensive. You know what? Actually, let's forgo it. I didn't realize we're at negative 600. It's because of the supply lines. One of you is an extra right now, so yeah, there's that. You, Scaled Skin, are going to move into this army, so go here. You'll join Baronair. And we'll have to deliver the Mirror Guard to him, which is here. Oh, good lord, everybody's everybody's mixed together here. Well, it's Slaanesh. Anyway, Exarian, you are gonna go here. Ekugax, I don't remember who you are. Oh, right, you're moving up here. You are a Chaos Sorcerer of Slaanesh. Actually, probably join Baronair, and Baronair, you're probably gonna need another Exalted Hero as well. We have... Okay, I don't like either one of these. I do like the Tactician Cultists, though. Maybe we'll build one of those here. What about the Druki Anointed? Confident isn't bad. It's not great, but it isn't bad. Rebel Rouse is fine, but I think Chosen are immune to Psychology anyway. The Demons are immune to Psychology. Aggressive is nice, but at the same time, you need melee defense more than you need melee attack. And we need one of these in every army for the Casualty or Punishment rate, though, so we could get you one of these and then maybe even wait. Alright, let's do that. Let's go for aggressive. Put you with the Chosen or something. Alright, now we're minus 1,000 gold per turn, so yeah, I think we need to stop with the extra armies. Granted, you're taking up a slot right now. You need to move here. Blood Hall, we need to build you up, and are you able to build the Demonette building? You are, at the very least the basic Demonette building. Not the Exalted Demonette, so the Mask is gonna need help. You know what? Maybe we deliver to the Mask some units via the passageways, the sea lanes. You're about to reach the next tier. If we start immediately on this structure... Wait. Where's the Exalted Demonette structure? Oh, it's the same thing as the regular Demonette structure. Huh. Elite Temple. Maybe we undo this then. Delete it, replace it with this, and we build it here. I don't know if it's going to be faster to do that than to upgrade the other thing to tier 3, but it might be, which is why we're going to test it out. Soul Criers, you're fine as you are until you recruit. I believe we're good. Building, I don't remember if I did, but I'm pretty sure I didn't, so let's just do it. You, Temple of Decadence. Oh, we can build the Exalted Demonettes here and set sail immediately. Yeah, that's probably the fastest we can do it. Assuming we don't use global recruitment, but it is super expensive. And though we are generating money, we're not going to waste money, because who knows how long we keep generating money to this degree for. Temple of Elemental Winds. Are you a green territory? No, oh, yes you are. So we can freely upgrade you. Alright, fine, we'll do that. And then jungles, pillars... It's just some defenses, but probably not enough. I mean, we'll build the basic buildings here. I'm assuming that it'll still get destroyed by Mazda Mundi, but, you know, until it does, we can probably get some thralls out of it. Yeah. Alrighty, Mask is up next turn, right? Yes, alright, so... Everything else is more or less okay. Oh! I built the wrong devotees, didn't I? Okay, actually, so you need to build the... bow devotees. My bad. Well, you can use these until you get boob snakes, which are going to take a while, so you know what, I like that. Alright, end turn. The non-sword variants don't seem to do enough damage to warrant using them over the bow variant. And I feel like Dechala should have some elves with her. Man, really gotta figure out a way to vassalize the Cult of Pleasure, though. It's kind of annoying that... they don't have a massive bonus relationship with us. Anyway, the Mask of Slaanesh is up. The Man-Eaters have claimed the Nemesis Crown. Good for the Man-Eaters. Now, you, Dechala, are able to grab the Great Hall of Greasus. Vashnar... Okay, just a triple check. Wait, Dechala, you need to... A moment. You need to Spur of Eagerness once again. And Vashnar, you're the one that needs to evolve, yes, to a Demon Prince. You're gonna go here until you split off with Strakar. And then we'll capture this as a new Pleasure Palace at Tier 3. Auto-resolve. And Pleasure Palace at Tier 3 takes 3.5k thralls, meaning we have to have a minimum of 3.5k thralls at all times. 6.5k would be better to immediately upgrade it, but I'd rather have the ability to take multiple Pleasure Palaces quickly. So yes, occupy this Pleasure Palace like so. And then... Huh? Wait, does it come up next turn? Because you can't construct a new one, but this is the Wing of Indulgence. Constructing Wing of Indulgence here will allow you to build a new Pleasure Palace. That's what we did. I'm confused. Okay, better not screw us on this game. What? Okay, well, I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll fix itself next turn. I'm nervous about that, though. Alrighty, well, let's build up all of this stuff because we build those everywhere, and then... we don't have a Chaos Knight building anywhere. Though, generally speaking, we need to build these more than anything because... Okay, this one doubles up on the hero capacity, so this one absolutely has to be built everywhere, regardless of what else we build. And I'm not going to upgrade you immediately because I don't know... Ow! Though with the reductions, it's actually cheaper to do this, though it'll take a bunch of turns to upgrade you, and we'd still probably have enough to get the next one as well. How many more turns again? 4 turns. Okay, sorry, Kugath, but you're gonna have a bad time very, very soon. Alright, let's start from the top once again. Alex. Alright, so what, if anything, do we need to trade? Actually, do we want to move out of the... No, I was about to say this place because there's plagues, but there isn't plagues here, so we're okay. Alright, so Akorak, you don't need the Allurus, and do you need to channel? Okay, no. Gonna move you both out here. You're... Well, Decala's probably just gonna take care of Krakatan. And both of you go out here. We're gonna be trading troops, though. Alright, now. You can give her the Allurus. You are still just using a pile of regiments of renown. These... Okay, so these two go with Strakar, and possibly these guys as well. The Mirror Guard is supposed to go with, this guy. Alright. It's going to get more confusing before it gets less confusing. Alright, Kagan Godslayer. Okay, that's a heck of a name. You go in this army. Alright. And we may or may not have 2 champions in that particular army. Unholy Strike. Oh, it gives you Wall Breaker. Alright, well, if we put another one in there, we'll put another one in there. Slaanesh, you, Druki Anointed. We got a tough one. Yeah, that's the one I really wanted. Alright, let's get this one Hunfield immediately. Their recruitment is at least quite cheap. Exalted Hero we can wait for. Not that I dislike Iron Skin, it's just that it's not the most necessary. And another Unearthly Reflexes on these guys, though I prefer the... What was it? Not Iron Skin. The thing that gives them missile resistance because we put these guys on War Shrines. Actually, speaking of these guys with War Shrines, you are going into that army. Although, specifically for the Warriors of Slaanesh army, we may want... You know what? Maybe we'll do the Unearthly Reflexes for you, just to not wait. And we don't have anyone with shadows as yet. Anyway, let's get the mask on field, shall we? Alright, Chaos Steed, you know what, I'm gonna, screw around with those heroes between the turns, I think, between the episodes. Cursed Maiden, minus 25% upkeep for all demonettes. Go here. Let's see what the AI did to your points. Huh, they didn't take anything in the red line. That's actually great. They just built you out to be a fighter. Okay, so, ooh, Vanguard deployment for all demonettes in the army. Yeah, okay, so obviously that she has to command the Demonettes army, and in fact, this means that we have to give the mask the Regiment of Renown as well. Alright, well, it is what it is. Like fighting elves, like fighting Khorne, that's fine. You buff demonic cavalry as well. Oh, man, okay. Sorry, Alex. Oh, what am I gonna do with you? I guess we can have Alex command a mixed army then. Charmed for regular Demonettes. The Exalted Demonettes already do that, but that's nice. Huh. Configure Lust for Demonic Cavalry, Charge and Melee Attack for Demonic Cavalry, Frenzy for Demonettes and Exalted Demonettes, and a huge amount of damage increase. No, admittedly, the massive amount of buffs that Demonettes get in this army probably means that we should use that, we should use more Demonettes than Cavalry here. Plus, Demonettes are really quick anyway. Anyway. How much do they cost to globally recruit? Actually, not a crazy amount. If we pop off the recruitment cost reduction from the Pleasure Hunt, like so, maybe we could just do that. Alright, Rest and Respite. And well, whatever this is. You are going to deliver to the mask these troops. Most of them will be just temporary. And what level are you? 10. Alright, so we might bring you back, but frankly, decent likelihood that we won't. Lose this. Dominatrix, Summon Disciple Army size plus 25. Reset your skill points. Mask. You start recruiting some Exalted Demonettes via global... Oh, it didn't reduce the global recruitment? Oh, man, okay. It's rude. Wait, those are regular Demonettes, aren't they? I know that we can build Exalted Demonettes because we just built some. What the heck? Okay, am I blind or are they not here? Or did I delete the building? Well, that's unfortunate. At least you already have some. Alright, fine, build some regular ones. It's expensive, but we need to be able to defend against Mazda Mundi. Did I not have the building here? I did delete it. Okay, well. For those of you screaming at the monitor. I'm trying to remember what we need to build. Did I start building the boob snake? But you know what? Build the boob snake building here. We need them. Dechala wants them. That's what's happening. Alrighty, Dechala, Vashnar, you're good. And I believe we're ready to end the turn. Yes, minus Soul Criers. Oh, actually, Soul Criers, I would like you to build... Okay, you have the Devotees now. Well, I could have you deliver those Exalted Demons. You know what? Maybe we can. Wait. How about this? Soul Criers... Do this. Go into March stance, deliver to Baronair the crossbow devotees and the war drums. Like so. Then give yourself... Okay, you already have Root Marcher. Does this... Yes, movement range. The rest of the stuff we don't care about. We're gonna have you then... would it be faster? Oh wow, it's gonna take a while to reach it, but you can go and deliver... Wait, there's another sea lane... I think there was another sea lane here. Yeah, but I don't think it's close, and it's closer than this. Alright, so you're going to run over there then. Go. Try to hurry on your way. Anything speed you along? No, doesn't look like it. Alrighty, well, it is what it is. Okay, there's a million heroes. I'm gonna leave them where they are. I'll figure out who needs to go where between the episodes and, you know, make a note for myself, because I don't want to waste time trying to figure out who's going where right now. Let's just skip the rest of this, and try to find ourselves a nice Nakari. Alright, and then the turn. Did I forget? Okay, yeah, okay, well. I did say I wasn't moving the heroes, and then I promptly forgot one that was already moving, but in my defense, shut up. So yeah, anyway. Quick head to... Are you gonna declare war on us? No, you want a non-aggression pact. I genuinely forgot that we had a trade agreement. Alright, fine, just do the non-aggression pact for now. Kill you later, possibly. Unless your clan Skull, I don't think we're super interested in the Skaven. Although they can make some nice warpstone drugs for us, so possibility. Alright, the Barrow Legion destroyed. Alright, no attacking them. Do we have any significant defenses here or here? We do not. Wargrove of Woe destroyed. Oh, I would actually like some... We should try to vassalize you if possible. I would like some malevolent forest spirits. Alright, yeah, Karak Krakatan, you're the next place to go, and then Vashnar will reinforce and leech that XP until he evolves. In March stance this time, though. Alright, okay, hold on. Alrighty, you know what, I think with that, okay, as soon as, yeah, just move in, please. Thank you. Alright, auto-resolve this, and then occupy it as a thrall camp. I think with that, I'm going to call this episode here. The way I figure it, to the next little bit, there's going to be some admin as I figure out which forces need to, you know, which units need to go into which forces. I'll figure that out between the episodes so I don't waste too much on-screen time. Besides, it doesn't look like we will get a battle in the next couple of turns because we got to wait to fight Kugath, and then the armies have to mix together and then move here, and then one has to peel away to go to the northern provinces, and frankly, Dechala will probably go and duel Miao Ying as well, so that will then take some time. So yes, I'm going to end it here. Next time we will send the mask off as soon as she has a full stack, and then deliver her some extra troops and whatnot, and see how she does. I'm excited, and I'm happy about the fact that she starts at rank 25 now, so we'll make good use of her, and she's got a nice Allurus here as well. So stay tuned for more Dechala. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below. Yes, we can make a new Pleasure Palace immediately. They just had to wait the turn, so just got to keep it above 3.5k. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.